1. Hook, ever found yourself wide awake at 2 a.m., staring at an AWS issue that just won't budge? You'll get actionable steps that can save you time and headaches. 2. The real problem: AWS environments can be complex. You might face issues like service outages, slow performance, or unexpected cost spikes. The urgency to fix these problems grows as downtime can lead to lost revenue and frustrated users. 3. The simple explanation: debugging AWS issues involves a systematic approach. It's about gathering information, isolating the problem, and applying targeted fixes. Think of it as a detective game. You start with clues, analyze them, and then piece together the puzzle. Here are the basic steps: identify symptoms, what's not working. Gather data, use CloudWatch and logs. Isolate the issue, narrow down possible causes. Apply fixes, implement changes and monitor results. This framework will guide you through the fog of confusion. 4. Real-world example: let's consider a real incident. A startup hosting a popular e-commerce website faced a sudden spike in traffic due to a flash sale. Their EC2 instances were auto-scaling, but suddenly, the site became unresponsive. Symptoms: users reported 504 gateway timeout errors. Initial response: the team checked CloudWatch. They noticed CPU utilization was at 85%. The team quickly deduced that the current instances couldn't handle the traffic. They had set an auto-scaling policy to trigger when CPU utilization hit 70%. But they hadn't accounted for the sudden surge in traffic. Actions taken: they increased the instance size from T2.medium to T2.large, adjusted their auto-scaling policy to allow scaling out sooner. After implementing these changes, site responsiveness improved within minutes. The team learned valuable lessons about monitoring and scaling thresholds. 5. What to do instead when you face an AWS issue: follow this structured approach. 1. Identify symptoms: what errors are users experiencing? Check services like CloudWatch for alerts and logs. 2. Gather data: use CloudTrail to review API calls, look at CloudWatch metrics. Focus on CPU, memory, and network metrics. Set alarms for key metrics, for example, alert at 80% CPU usage. 3. Isolate the issue: is it an EC2 instance, RDS database, or S3 bucket? Check resource limits. For example, RDS has a max connection limit. Use AWS X-Ray to trace requests through your application. 4. Apply fixes: if scaling is needed, adjust your auto-scaling policies. Optimize your application. For instance, reduce unnecessary database queries. Test changes in a staging environment before applying them to production. 5. Monitor results: after implementing changes, continue monitoring for a few hours. Set up dashboards to visualize key metrics. Check your cost estimates to avoid surprises. 6. Common mistakes. 1. Ignoring alarms, overlooking CloudWatch alarms. Set up notifications via email or SMS to ensure you're alerted immediately. 2. Not documenting changes, failing to document changes made during debugging. Keep a change log. It helps track what worked and what didn't. 3. Skipping isolation, jumping to conclusions without isolating the issue. Always follow the data instead of assumptions. Take the time to investigate. 4. Underestimating load, not considering peak load scenarios and scaling policies. Review historical data to better understand traffic patterns. Set conservative thresholds. 5. Neglecting cost management, forgetting about cost implications while debugging. Use AWS budgets to set alerts when nearing budget thresholds. 7. Quick checklist. Here's a quick checklist to keep handy for those late-night debugging sessions. Identify symptoms and gather user feedback. Check CloudWatch for metrics and alarms. Use CloudTrail for API call logs. Isolate the issue to specific components. Implement fixes and monitor. Document all changes made. Review costs to avoid surprises. 8. Summary plus CTA. We've covered how to effectively debug AWS issues, especially during those late-night emergencies. Remember, The key is to follow a structured approach: identify, gather, isolate, apply, and monitor. Avoid common mistakes to streamline your process. If you found this video helpful, drop a comment below with your experiences. Don't forget to subscribe for more practical tech insights. Happy debugging! Bonus practical tip: if you're unsure what to pick, start with the simplest option that ships today. Then measure for 7 days, latency, errors, deploy time, and cost.